friends, welcome to video lecture on Porter governor, that is analysis of the same by using second method, instantaneous center method, as well as the numericals based on the same topic.
The analysis of the Porter governor can be done by another method, that is instantaneous center method. For doing the analysis, the same notations we are going to consider that we have discussed in case of method of resolution. So in this method, the equilibrium of the forces acting on the link BD are considered. Now we can get the instant center I by extending the line from this BP and the line drawn from this MD perpendicular to this spindle axis. So we can get the instantaneous center I. Now taking the moment about this instant center I by all the forces, that is Fc, then weight of the fly ball and whatever the weight on that sleeve, and equating all the forces. So Fc multiplied by Bm. Fc, now we'll just take the moment of this Fc about this point I. So Fc multiplied by this one Bm equals to W multiplied by this Im plus capital W by 2, as we have considered the half portion of this one. So by 2 will come here, W by 2 multiplied by this distance ID. Now we know this W is nothing but the mg, and capital W once again capital mg by 2 multiplied by ID will remain as it is. So take this Bm towards the right side. So mg multiplied by Im divided by Bm plus mg by 2 multiplied by this ID divided by Bm also comes here in denominator. Now for further simplification, we know this ID is nothing but the Im plus md in this way. So mg multiplied by Im by Bm will remain as it is, plus mg by 2 multiplied by Im plus md divided by Bm. Now just separate this term Im by Bm plus md by Bm. Okay. Now for this Im by Bm, from this triangle Im, this one IMB, we can write Im by Bm. Im by Bm is nothing but the tan of alpha, and next one Im by Bm once again tan of alpha, and MD by Bm is nothing but the tan of beta. Okay. Now replace both these terms by this one. Now dividing throughout by tan of alpha, you can get Fc by tan of alpha. Fc by tan of alpha equals to mg into tan of alpha. So tan of alpha, if I divide this term, then tan of alpha get cancelled, and towards this side mg by 2 tan of alpha get cancelled. We can get here 1 plus tan of beta divided by tan of alpha. Now in the further step, mg plus mg by 2, so we can replace this tan of beta by tan of alpha by this term, since q is nothing but tan of beta divided by tan of alpha. We know that this Fc is nothing but m omega square r, and tan of alpha is nothing but the r divided by h. Now replace this Fc and tan of alpha by this term. Okay, and towards the right side, this one written as it is. Now this r get cancelled, and this term goes in denominator. So this term will remain as it is, and 1 upon omega square written here. Now in the next step, when we consider the angle alpha and beta is same, then tan of alpha must be equals to tan of beta, and here q becomes 1. Then this term becomes 1. So 1 plus 1, 2 get cancelled. So we can get this relation for the height of the governor, that is h equals to small m plus capital M divided by m multiplied by g divided by omega square. If we compare this relation with the earlier method, we can get the same result.
Now start with the numerical on Watt governor as well as Porter governor. Calculate the vertical height of a VAT governor when it rotates at 60 rpm. Also find the change in the vertical height when its speed increases to 61 rpm. So first of all, write down the given data. N1 is given 60 rpm, N2 with us 61 rpm. So first of all, get the initial height. So we know that initial height can be calculated with the help of this relation. H1 equals to 895 divided by N1 square. So substitute the value of N1 here, 60 square of this, do the calculation and get the value for initial height of governor. Then to get the change in the vertical height, we know final height can be calculated with the help of this relation. H2 equals to 895 divided by N2 whole bracket square. So substitute the value of N2 here as 61 rpm. Do the calculations and get 0.24 meter. Therefore, change in vertical height can be simplified like this. H1 minus H2 equals to, so value of H1 with us 0.0248 minus H2 with us 0.24, so substitute here. So in this way we can get the relation for change in the vertical height. So this calculations with us 0.08 meter. So we convert it into mm. We can get the change in vertical height equals to 8 mm like this. Now we'll see the numerical on a Porter governor. Here is the first numerical. A Porter governor has equal arms, each 250 mm long and pivoted on the axis of rotation. Each ball has a mass of 5 kg and the mass of the central load on the sleeve is 15 kg. The radius of rotation of the ball is 150 mm. When the governor begins to lift and 200 mm, when the governor is at maximum speed, find the minimum and maximum speeds and range of the speed of the governor. So as per information given, first of all, try to write the given data. So information regarding length of arms. So 50 mm is given. Then mass of the ball is given, that is small m with us 5 kilogram. Then next one, central load, that is capital M with us 15 kilogram. The radius of rotation of ball is 150 mm when the governor begins to lift, and 200 when the governor is at maximum speed. Means the value of R1 150 mm is given, and R2 is given 200 mm. Okay, so first of all, draw the configuration of minimum and maximum positions by considering the minimum and maximum radius of rotation. So the length of both arms means the length for this arm and this arm is given equal. Also the mass for the fly ball is given 5 kilogram, just mention here. Radius of rotation for the minimum position with us 150 mm. This indicate the governor height. Okay, give the names at various points. For central load, information regarding the central load with us, that load is divided into two parts, that is you have to consider this one as weight, that is mg by 2 will comes towards this side and mg by 2 will comes at the another side. This is regarding the minimum position. Now try to draw the diagram by considering the maximum position. So this one given 200 mm. Length of the arms will remains as it is. The weight of the central load as well as fly ball will remains as it is. So this indicate the maximum position. Okay, so in this case this indicate the height h2. Give the names at various points. Now start the calculations for you have to find out the minimum and maximum speeds and speed range of the governor. So to get the speed, we know in short here we can get the minimum speed when the radius of rotation, so in this case radius of rotation with us here at the central point, this one BG indicate the minimum radius of rotation. So corresponding to that you can get the minimum speed value. So minimum speed when R1 equals to 150 mm, or when we convert this into meter we can get 0.15 meter. So we know the relation between speed and height of the governor. In case of Porter, we know this relation n1 square equals to small m plus capital M by small m multiplied by 895 divided by h1. So give the relation number 1 for this one. Now in this case, first of all you have to find out the value for h1. So this can be done with the help of this diagram. So h1 can be calculated with the help of this triangle. Just consider this triangle BBPG. From this, by using Pythagoras theorem, we can get the value for h1 and get this here. H1 equals to this h1 equals to, I can get PG equals to square root of BP square minus BG square. Okay, so write it here. PG equals to square root of PB square minus BG square. So we know this PB is nothing but length of the arm and BG is nothing but radius of rotation. Okay, substitute the value for PB here in terms of meter and BG also in terms of meter. Simplify this, we can get the value of h1, that is 0.2 meter. So substitute the value of h1 . h1 in equation 1 . Just simplify by substituting the value of h1 m capital M, okay, these terms, and get the value of speed of the governor. So small m with us 5 kilogram, capital M with us 15 kilogram, again small m with us 5 kilogram, 895 by this h1 is 0.2, therefore we get n1 equals to 133.8 rpm. Now corresponding to this maximum position, get the value of speed, that is n2. This can be done by using this triangle BPG. First of all, get the value of h2, and similarly just substitute the value of h2, okay, into this equation by changing this suffix 1 as 2 and h1 as 2, okay. So speed range is nothing but difference between the speed corresponding to maximum position and minimum position. Substitute the value of n2 and n1 here. So n2 it has 154.4 minus 133.8. We can get this one as 20.7 rpm. So in this way we can get the range of speed. In the next lecture, we'll discuss about more numericals on the same topic. Thank you.